Today, I want to welcome our candidates who will be writing JAMB this year. Our target is to help our WAEC and JAMB candidates to perform well in their approaching English language examination. The first thing that we are going to be talking about is grammatical names and functions. Now, in order to make it possible and easier for our candidates to understand grammatical names and functions, we have broken it down into these different sections. What it means is that we are going to be taking it one after the other. We are going to take finite and non-finite verbs. We're going to talk about phrases and clauses. We're going to talk about nouns, functions, and noun phrases and clauses, as well as the others that you can see here. Let us begin with talking about finite and non-finite verbs. Let us begin it this way. If you are asked, this word, moving, what part of speech should it be categorized under? I am very certain that somebody would rush to tell us that it is a verb, because a verb is an action word or a being word, and moving is an action word after all. But I might ask you to take a look at the sentences that we have on the board. The first one says, we are moving. The second one says, moving makes success possible. And the third one says, stop that moving car. Take a look at the sentences and you find out that we have moving, the word moving, in the three of them. Are you aware that moving here is a verb? But when you come to this sentence, moving is a noun, a kind of noun that we call a gerund. And here, moving that we have here is an adjective. Take a look at the words that you have in that sentence again. Now you would find out that the moving here is an action word, talking about something that we are doing. It is a verb in the progressive tense form, we are moving. But the moving here is a noun. It talks about something that makes success possible. Moving makes success possible. Something makes success possible. Take a look at it and you find out that moving there is a noun more than it is a verb. And over here at number 3, you find out that moving here is used to talk about which car the speaker means. It is used to qualify this car. It simply tells us the car that the speaker is talking about. Therefore, moving qualifies this car. Moving is an adjective. To take a further step, take a look at this. The first sentence here says, we are moving. We are considering the word move. This moving here is this move in the progressive tense form. So we are moving is in the continuous tense form. If you take a look at the sentence number 2, she moves slowly. This is this same move here, coming down here to become moves. Why? Because the subject of this sentence is singular. So we pick the singular form of move, which is moves. Now, before you conclude that a particular word functions as a verb in a sentence, that word must either indicate the tense in that sentence or respond to the number of the subject. This is what I mean. The first sentence here says, the bird sings beautifully. Someone would ask, why did we use sings here and not sing? That is because the subject of the sentence is singular. The bird sings beautifully. If we should add s here, you find out that this sings becomes sing. The birds sing beautifully. So, a verb must respond to the subject of that sentence. Take a look at sentence number 2. It says, Tinubu is dealing with us all. Tinubu is dealing with us all. This tells you that this sentence is in the progressive tense form, in the present progressive tense form. And come to sentence number 3. We have stopped eating lunch. Have stopped eating lunch in Nigeria. This sentence is in the perfect tense form, in the present perfect tense form. When you have any of such words that indicate the tense in that sentence or responds to the number of the subject, what you have there is a finite verb. Now take a look at the sentences that we have on the board. The first one says, talking is tiring. Talking is tiring. And the second one says, to eat is to live. I want you to understand that talking here is not a verb. Talking here is a gerund. Talking here functions as a noun. Something is tiring. The verb in this sentence is. When you take a look at the second sentence, to eat is to live. If you ask somebody, they might think that eat here is a verb, but no. This is what you call an infinitive. And the verb in this sentence is. The reason for this last sentences is to tell you that there are situations where you have a word that has the shape of a verb, but does not function as a verb in that sentence. Such a word is what we refer to as a non-finite verb. I believe we've understood the difference between a finite verb and a non-finite verb. So in our next class, we are going to be talking about phrases and clauses. If you have a question to ask, kindly type in your question in the comment section and we will get you cleared. Thank you.